My name is Dolaman Fatinato. I'm a youth advocate for demographic dividend and sexual reproductive health and rights. I live in Nairobi, Kenya. In Kenya, like other parts of sub-Saharan Africa, adolescents face myriad challenges in their health and general well-being. For instance, access to family planning, early unintended teenage pregnancies, access to family planning, and maternal mortality. Young people are essential to the realization of demographic dividend in Kenya.
Kenya has one of the highest populations in Africa. The population currently consists of 9.2 million young people. This is about 24% of the total population. The teenage pregnancy and motherhood rate in Kenya stands at 18%. This means about 1 in every 5 teenage girls have either had a live birth or are pregnant with their first child. The unmet need for family planning among young people is 23%, which is much far higher than the national average of 18%.
As a youth and demographic dividend champion living in Nairobi County, I decided to take lead in tackling issues faced by young people by actively participating in the budgetary process and lobbying my fellow young people to do so in the County Integrated Development Plan that forms the basis for budgeting and spending for the next 5 years, that's 2018-2022, as provided in the Government Act 2012. Having identified the gap in the previous CIDP or failure to have family planning specific budget line, hence leading to limited availability and access to family planning commodities in the health facilities, and where available, it's donor funded, which in some cases isn't sustainable. I strategized and came up with a plan to conduct community outreaches and sensitize young people on budget making process. The open participatory creates a forum for young people to engage the county government when making critical financial decisions. Ahead of public consultations forums, I organized and conducted a training for 10 CBOs on family advocacy tools and budgetary process, and also created 2 community champions in each of the 17 sub-counties of Nairobi. Since the commencement of public consultations forum on 30th August 2017, the trained young people started giving inputs and pushing for allocations of family planning budget line in different avenues across the 17 sub-counties of Nairobi. And since then, the county government developed the CIDP draft. With the same spirited effort, I brought the trained young people together to review the CIDP draft. As young people, you acknowledge the funds allocated for the health sector, which are essential to the transformation of young people's health. However, we noticed the lack of specific budget line for family planning in the CIDP draft. Besides having outlined it in the need to do so during the public hearing, it was within my responsibility again to develop a policy memorandum to ensure family planning services are well budgeted for in the CIDP for ensuring commodity security.
After developing the family planning policy memorandum, he gathered signatures before submitting to the office of the governor through the county secretary on the 30th of November 2017. He went on doing constant follow-up through Director of Public Planning before the final County Integrated Development Plan was published. Days later, the final County Integrated Development Plan was published. He then received a copy, and important note was that family planning had a clear budget line of 442 million for the next 5 years till 2022.
This will facilitate the use of family planning services as a step towards reducing unintended pregnancies, increase the contraceptives prevalence rate, and reduce the unmet need of family planning. As a dedicated youth advocate, I will continue doing follow-up, watch on the implementation until evaluation.